The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Yeah, I started from PBS Kids. What you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video.
Come on, boys, get loud. 'Cause when the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, you know what I...
Hey y'all, it's Harriana and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana and welcome back to the pirate ship, also known as Harry Hook's pirate ship. I am the captain. You are not my first mate, and I've got no first mate because you want to know why? Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. No one's really being the first mate. Okay, what is going on with my hair? Okay, but hi, hello, how are you doing? My name is Harriana and I like to make content based on nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. All right, I talk a lot about animation on my channel. It's something that I am deeply passionate about, and this seems to happen every single time after there is a hiatus, not just for an indie animated series, but just an animated series in general, because animation fans do not seem to realize that making things takes time. You cannot get something done overnight. A day's worth of work, not even in just the animation industry, just the film industry in general, a day's worth of work will probably only be like 1 minute in post-production. Like, it will only be a minute. I feel like a lot of people just don't have like a concept of how much work goes into making an animated series in general. And I just want to give a little bit of insight on that, especially when it comes to the Amazing Digital Circus, because I've noticed every single time they put out an episode of the Amazing Digital Circus, you got everybody being super duper impatient, and people seem to forget that, yeah, this is still indie animation at the end of the day. No matter how popular it is, how many views it get, it is still indie. Things are still significantly smaller. Guess what? They have to sell merchandise in order to pay their crew. All right, before we get started, I just want to do a shameless plug, a little bit of a self promo. I have added 3 new My Little Pony inspired bonnets to my shop. I have Twilight Sparkle bonnet, I have a Rarity bonnet, and I also have a Fluttershy bonnet. I also have bonnets for numerous other things such as Miraculous Ladybug, Death Note, and Jujutsu Kaisen. But if you are interested in any of that, and I also have stuff like accessories like sunglasses and necklaces, head on over to my website, harrianahook.com. All right, thank you. Now let's go ahead and continue. Now, I feel like I should tell you guys a little bit about who I am. Like, if you clicked on this video, you ain't never seen me before, I want to give you guys some insight. Like I said, hi, I'm Harriana. I am a YouTuber, I'm a creator, but also for those who follow me on Instagram, you know more about that over there. You know that I am a part of the production of the series I Want to Eat Your Guts that is under Shockwave Animation. They told me that I can tell people what my part in the show is, but I don't want to. And when I say part, I mean like as in crew, like what I'm on the crew for. But I don't feel like saying yet. I'm gonna tell y'all later. But basically, I do work on this indie animated series. A lot of you guys found out about this because you came up to the Shockwave Animation table at MomoCon. I was promoting on my socials that I was gonna be working at the table with them. So it's not a secret that I am working on this series, but I do want to go over some things that people don't seem to understand what is so different about indie animation versus the more traditional animation industry. And let's go there. The reason a lot of people are going more the indie route is more so because they want to be able to tell their stories more authentically, but also it is not that freaking easy to get a show pitched and also greenlit. Okay, I wish people would understand that that shit is not that fucking easy, and a lot of people just want to take matters into their own hands and just make the show themselves. But when it comes to making the show yourself, there's a whole number of things that come up, and the 2 major factors have to do with time and money. So in relation to this having to do with the Amazing Digital Circus, for those who have seen the series, it looks very, very well done. But also for those who pay a lot of attention to the show, you see how long it takes for each episode to come out, because I'm pretty sure the original episode, the first episode, the pilot of the Amazing Digital Circus, came out in October, and the second episode of the series did not come out until around May of next year. So they take a lot of big gaps in between of producing episodes, and that just has to do with the fact that when you are working indie, things are going to be significantly smaller. Everything's gonna be smaller. Studio space is gonna be smaller. You might not even have a studio space. Everybody might be working from their own home, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with work from home. I literally do it. You're gonna have less funds. Because indie is significantly smaller, things are going to be less. Like, there are most likely not going to be that many episodes of an indie animated series opposed to something that is on network television. Because one of the big things with the Amazing Digital Circus, they promote this at the end of all their episodes. And if you follow them on Instagram, you would be aware of what the main thing on that page is. Other than them promoting new episodes, they are promoting their merchandise. And I know Jellybox has a really good video talking about like the secrets of funding indie animation. And I will have the link to their video down below about that. But people don't seem to get that merchandise is literally how a lot of these indie productions are able to survive and stay afloat, because if they don't make the money themselves, people are basically pulling out of pocket. A lot of animation is done like volunteer based, where people just have the passion for the project, or they want to get something to put on their resume and they work on that thing. A lot of indie animation productions are very straight up about how they're being volunteer based. Like, a lot of them are very straight up talking about, hey, this isn't paid, so I understand if you're not interested in doing that, but if you want to help, it would be deeply appreciated. But more and more different ways are coming up about how people are able to fund their series, because one of my friends, his name's Terrific Tariq, every so often he does streams to help fund for his pilot called Hey. I will have the link to that down below if any of you guys would like to like support the show. I will have the link to the YouTube channel there for you guys to check out. But people are finding different ways, because everyone knows about the Kickstarter. Everyone talks about how a lot of indie series do a Kickstarter to get their funding. And while doing a Kickstarter may seem quick and easy to certain people, it's not, y'all. It's not that freaking simple. It's not that freaking simple. People are going to do other things to find ways to get the money in slower and smaller doses. That's the reason why merchandise is such a big deal when it comes to indie animation. And when it comes to merch, you gotta have something out already of the characters for people to be like, oh, I like this character. Oh, I know them. Hey, I'm gonna go grab this thing. It just kind of irritates me a little bit when people complain about how long it takes to put out new episodes of an indie animated series, but then they don't want to do the things I don't want to say they should do, because you don't have to do anything you don't want to do, but they don't want to take into consideration of why it takes so much longer for this. Because at the end of every Glitch episode, they are saying buy the merch in order to support the series. Because as much as people, I'm gonna be honest, I would consider the Amazing Digital Circus to be a crowdfunded series. And the reason I say that is because so much of the profits for that show depend on the merchandise sales that Glitch makes. That's why they're like, hey, buy this Pomni plushie. Hey, buy this Ganglefish figure. Hey, buy this Jax figure. And that's why they are promoting the fuck out of their stuff all the time on Instagram. They just want to be able to have the funding to be able to produce the next episode. They just want to be able to have enough to be able to continue to create the art. Like, I get it. I understand that people are talking about how they want longer television shows again. Like, they want TV shows that have like 20 episode seasons again. Like, even looking back at the X-Files, those seasons used to be super duper long. And even looking back at a lot of animated series from the 2000s, a lot of them had about like 50, 60, 70 episodes. Some even had 40. But a lot of series nowadays don't even making it past like 25. Barely even 30. Like, there's a lot of newer series that don't have that many episodes, and a lot of that has to do with the budget cuts that has been hitting the animation industry in general. But I do wish people would be a little bit more considerate about why there are less episodes and why there is more time being taken to make all of them. But yeah, like that's just kind of like one of the, I don't want to say the cons of being like an indie animation fan, because it's like you get this one piece of media, you get this 11-minute episode, you'll get this 22-minute episode, and then you gotta work with that for like the rest of like probably like a year or two. I don't know, it depends on how long it takes for them to produce these episodes. Months. It's like you're really just thriving off of fan content right then until the next one comes, and it's really interesting. It's really interesting. I don't know how the fans back in the day used to do it when they would be like giving out shit to each other at cons. Like, I'm kind of impressed with the way fandom used to be before like the 2000s. But yeah, like, y'all don't be mean to these teams. Don't be rushing them. They're trying their best. They're working as fast as they can, especially as somebody that works on 2 indie animated productions. It really has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of us work other jobs. We work other jobs, we have other responsibilities. Also, sometimes life just gets in the way too. Life be lifing sometimes. I remember I ended up missing a deadline because there were some personal matters that were going on with me and I had to get an extension on that. Like, things just happen. Long story short, please be patient for good art. Please be patient for it. We're working as fast as we can. We're doing what we can. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say for the video. I didn't want to make this one too long. I just wanted to get on here and yap a little bit about how, please understand, indie animation, we're not like the big dudes. We're not like the big guys. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're interested in my website, the link to that will be down below. I'm gonna cut this thing off because I'm actually really tired right now and I need to edit, and I have a long weekend ahead of me. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, night, whatever time of day you chose to watch this video. I'm just thankful that you watched it with the ads on. All right, thank you. Goodbye.